ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, तूफान से ही तो लड़ने खुदा ने तुझे गढ़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, दुर्गम को पार करके हिमालय कोई चढ़ा है। लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारी एक दिन, लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारे एक दिन, होगा विशाल तरवर ये बीज जो पड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, हर काम उसके रहते आसानियों से हुआ है। कभी हारना ना, हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ, कभी हारना ना, हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ, हजारों कदम बढ़ाने वो सामने खड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है।
Om Shanti. Good morning. Okay. So, thank you, sister, for the beautiful song. ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है. It's such a beautiful and powerful song, you know. And I was thinking during the time of devotion, we have a saying which is Allahu Akbar. And I remember one day I was just thinking about this, that God is so great, God is so great. Because, in the prayers we hear in the call of the mosques and all that. And I remember I was so intoxicated with this one word, how, God is so great, God is so great. And I was thinking how great it is, even though I didn't know him. I was just contemplating and thinking myself, how great God must be, how great God must be. And I remember almost 1 week I was so intoxicated just thinking about this, the greatness, how great the God is. And actually, the reality is this: when I realize God's greatness, there is no chance for me to have any waste. There is no chance for me to struggle, because I also know that I belong to that one who's so great. Like think of, you being accompanied by somebody who's very strong. How do you feel? You also feel strong, yeah? So in the same way, we are constantly with that one who's the most powerful, the Almighty. Now I understand what is the meaning of greatness of God. Before I could just, it was just an intoxication based on just a thought, that if God is so great, how that God is great, and why should I worry if, that that one is with me, So today's Murli is very interesting, and the title is "Together with Being Constantly Loving, Also Become a Great Donor." And you will become destroyer of obstacles and an embodiment of solution. In fact, this is a topic that when I was going for my evening walk yesterday, I was thinking about this and inspired a little bit about with the Avyak Murli that we heard yesterday. I noticed that because I'm, doing counseling and private sessions for people, also as my Lokik work, I realize that we tend to focus on the problem too much, and I feel personally myself that if I just keep my mind on the greatness and the goodness that is there, the love and the compassion, then there is a very little chance for me to be stuck. Like if you have a car, I don't know, there, maybe you can think of a muddy area. Here we have desert, so I can relate to that, desert or muddy area. Usually the car will get stuck. So what the driver would do, I used to drive in the desert also. So what we would do is we would know that there is a patch where there is a lot of sand. So the rule there is don't stop. You have to keep going, If you stop, you'll get stuck. And of course, there are other preparations also. But basically, we use the law of having that momentum, So if you keep your momentum going, you will never be, there will never be anything that can stop you. And the two things that help us keep our momentum is Amrit Vela and constant reading and churning of the Murli. So our yoga, especially the Amrit Vela, our traffic controls, and the Murli is not negotiable. These are things that should be not part as in discipline that I have to do it, part as in I love to do it. I understand that this is what will keep my car in that speed, so there will not be any obstacles. Yeah. So it is nice that we are reading this Murli, because it is related to my thoughts that I had yesterday, that we should focus on powerful thoughts, kindness, good wishes, compassion, gratitude, and you will notice that, and love. Today Baba is going to talk about love. You will notice that there is no chance for you to have waste thoughts, because waste thought is what creates obstacles. Yeah. So let's hear what Baba has to say. Today, the ocean of love has come to meet his children who are worthy of God's love. Now, sometimes I read something like this and I'm just, I don't need to continue. The ocean of love has come to meet his children who are worthy of God's love. You are worthy of God's love. God is not doing you a favor. You are worthy of it. You have earned that love. All of you have also arrived here in the subtle aeroplane of love, have you not? Did you fly here in an ordinary plane or in the plane of love? Waves of love are emerging in everyone's heart, and love alone is the foundation of Brahmin life. When all of you came here, it was love that pulled you, was it not? You heard the knowledge later, but it was love that made you loving to God. You would never have dreamt that you would become worthy of God's love. And do you say now? And what do you say now? That you have become that. This love is not ordinary love. It is love from the heart. So in my own personal experience, this is 100% true. It was God's love that pulled me, when I first, I was searching so much. I wanted to find God. I wanted to, I searched everywhere. I went through several countries looking and searching. And finally, I gave up because I could not, everything didn't seem, there was a lot of good experience. I learned a lot of things. I meditated also during those times. But there was something that was not fulfilled. And it was only when I came and I realized what that was. Of course, I was searching for God. But, that realization that, to find something and then that, oh, that this is what I was looking for. So for me, that was my experience. But you can see in your journey, what was it that brought you, towards this knowledge? So Brahmin life is about love. And what do you say now? That you have become that. This love is not ordinary love. It is love from the heart. It is soul's conscious love. It is true love. It is altruistic love. This love from God very easily gives you the experience of remembrance. Okay, so the ingredient of love makes things easy. The love element of love is like for chemistry, is like a catalyst. It speeds up the reaction. Yeah. So love is like a catalyst. It always makes it easy for something to happen. Is it difficult to forget someone you love? Is it not difficult to remember that one? It is difficult to forget that one. Love is subtle magnet. Love makes you easy, yogi. It liberates you from labor. Remembering with love doesn't require effort. This is another very big secret. Many people come to Gyan and they are very much devotee-like. They don't forget their days of struggling and stumbling and all that. So Baba is saying that, you don't have, remembering with love does not require effort. Effort is there to pay attention, but once that attention has been paid, then everything should be easy. So what kind of practice do you have? And check, are you struggling? Are you are you picking up yourself and asking, should I wake up or should I not wake up? That means there is something that can change. Yeah? You then eat the fruit of love. All the children coming from everywhere is a sign of love. But the double foreigners have come running with love. Look how children have come running from 90 countries. The children of the land of this land are worthy of God's love, but today the double foreign children have a golden chance. So it must have been the turn for the double foreign. It's October. So Baba says it's a special time for double foreigners. All of you have special love, do you not? You have love, do you not? You have so much love. How much? Can you compare it with anything? There cannot be any comparison. So this is another very good checking point. Is my love for God the highest? Is there anything else in this whole world that I love more than I love Baba? And that question can be answered in my priorities. Where is my priorities? Is my priority somewhere else? If my priority is somewhere else, then I don't have God's love as the priority. The last priority should be God's love. It doesn't mean I don't do other things. I do other things, but the priority should be always Baba. You have love, do you not? You have so much love. How much? Can you compare it with anything? There cannot be a comparison. You all have a song. There aren't as many stars in the sky, nor is there as much water. You have unlimited love, unlimited affection. Bab Dada has also come here to meet the loving children. All of you children have remembrance with love, and out of love for you children, Bab Dada has arrived. Just as a line of love is sparkling on each one's face at this time, what addition do you need to make now in the same way? You have love, this is certain. Bab Dada is also giving certificate that you have love. What do you have to do now? You have understood. You now just have to underline it, to remain always loving, always. Okay, so Baba is saying love is very good, but Maya intervenes when the love is missing, Maya will interfere. So it is important to underline always. Not just sometimes. Love is unbroken, but there is a difference in the percentage. So what is the mantra to finish the difference? The mantra to finish the antar. All the time, he is be a great donor and constant donor. Always be the children of the bestower, the world server. At no time should it be that you are not a master bestower. Now, love is what brings our status up. It's bestowing that love, becoming master bestower keeps us there. If you want to stay there, you have to bestow, because the only way to receive more is to give. Spirituality, this is one of the laws of spirituality. If you want to receive, you have to give more. The more you give is the more you receive. And in the world, the law is you give more, you lose more, right? But in spirituality, it's the opposite. You give more, the more you get, because you are attracting, you are pulling it. And this is why it keeps you flying. So this is a big secret that we need to learn how to use in our lives. This is because you have also had the thought to become a helper with the Father in this task of world benefit. We have an aim, yeah. Whether you give the donation and cooperation of power through your mind, whether you give your donation and cooperation of knowledge through your words, or whether you give the donation of virtues through your action, or the donation of happiness through your loving connection, you are masters of so many unending treasures. Okay? So you can give it to your powerful thought. You can donate through your powerful thought. You can donate through your powerful words. You can donate through you having imbibed divine virtues, yeah, and through cooperating with other people, loving and cooperation with others. The richest, you are masters of so many unending treasures, the richest in the world. Okay? You have to feel it, that you are the richest person in the world. You have endless and constant treasures. The more you give, the more they increase. They will not decrease. They will increase because at the present time, the majority of your spiritual brothers and sisters are thirsty for these treasures. So, do you not have the compassion for your brothers and sisters? Will you not quench the thirst of the thirsty souls? Does the sound not reach your ears? O our gods and goddesses, give us power, give us real love. Both your devotees and souls are experiencing sorrow and they are crying out, have mercy, have compassion, O gods and goddesses of mercy and compassion. You can hear the call of time, can you not? And the time to give is now. At what other time would you give? You have accumulated such unending, constant treasures. So when will you give them? Will it be in the final moments? At that time, you will only be able to give a drop, a handful. So when will you use the treasure that you have accumulated? Check, am I using one treasure or other in a worthwhile way at every moment? What would Baba say if you have so much treasure and you're not giving it to others, just you are holding it for yourself? What do you feel? What would be the feeling like, I've received, but I've not given. So check for yourself. So when will you give this treasure that you have accumulated? Check, am I using one treasure or another in a worthwhile way at every moment? There is double benefit in this. By your using the treasure in a worthwhile way, souls will benefit, and together with that, because you are a great donor, you will easily become destroyer of obstacles, not embodiment of problem, but embodiment of solution. If through you, there are so many people who benefit, there are so many people whose life is changed, then your life will not have any problem, because you would have already known the secret, no? Because you have used that, and not only you have used that, if you want to know that you have understood something, teach somebody else. And then if they have used and got success, then you are getting confirmation. Sometimes you don't even know it. You give it to somebody use it, and they tell you, that, I've used what you said and it has helped me, you kind of, oh, actually this works. So sometimes it even happens like that. So even if I'm not too sure, I can use Baba knowledge, give it, and others will benefit, and I will get a confirmation also. So it doesn't really that, I have to, have everything with me, then only I will give. Start giving and you will get more. So there is double benefit in this. By using the treasure in a worthwhile way, souls will benefit, and together with that, because you are great donors, you will easily become destroyers of obstacle, not embodiment of problem, but the embodiment of solution. There is double benefit. Today, this obstacle came. Yesterday, that obstacle came. Today, this happened. Yesterday, that happened. You will become free from obstacles and problems, for all time. You will become free from obstacle and problems for all time. You will be safe from giving time to problem and laboring over them. When you sometimes become unhappy and sometimes enthusiastic, because Bap Dada does not like to see the children laboring. Yeah. So I think I missed something there. Okay. You will become free from obstacle and problem for all time. You will be safe from giving time to problem and laboring over them. When you sometimes become unhappy and sometimes enthusiastic, but because Bapdada does not like to see the children laboring. When Bapdada sees that the children are laboring, he cannot bear to see the children laboring. So become free from laboring. You have to make effort, but what type of effort? Will you even now remain an effort maker over your trivial problems? Now make effort to become constantly great donor, constantly cooperative. With Brahmins, become cooperatives, and with souls who are thirsty and experiencing sorrow, become a great donor. So we don't donate to one another, we donate to others. Those who have already got Baba, they don't need donation because they've already found the store. But they need cooperation to keep moving and to keep working together. Yeah. So cooperation is a very key word here. Cooperation is so important. But you have to become donor for those people who don't have the source, who don't know the source. With Brahmins, become cooperative, and with souls who are thirsty and experiencing sorrow, become a great donor. There is no need for this effort. You like this, do you not? Do you like it? Those sitting at the back, do you like it? So you should now bring about some change, should you not? You have given a lot of time to making effort for the self. Pandavas, do you like this? So what will you do from tomorrow? Will you start from tomorrow or from now? Have the thought, from now, my time, my and thoughts are for the world. They are for world service. By doing so, it will automatically be done for the self. This will not be left out. It will increase. Why? When you fulfill the desire of others, when you give them happiness instead of sorrow, when you give power and virtues to the weak soul, they give so much blessing and take blessing, and to take blessings from everyone is the easiest way to move forward. Even if you don't give lectures or are unable to do many programs, it doesn't matter. If you are able to do that, then do it even more. However, if you are unable to do that, it doesn't matter. Use your treasure in a worthwhile way. You were told to continue to give the treasure of power through your mind. Use the treasure of knowledge through your words, the treasures of virtue through your actions, the treasure of time through your intellect, and the treasure of happiness through your relationships and connections in a worthwhile way. So we are embodiment, and we are surrounded by all the resources. We have the resources of our thought, we have the resources of our time, we have the resources that we have relationships, we have the resources that we can speak to others, we have connectivity, especially now. So everything is a resource, and we can learn how to use them. Even if I don't know, I can learn. When I came to Gyan, I couldn't talk to two people. It was so difficult. I was so afraid and I was so shy. So you can learn anything and you can do anything you want, because it's Baba who's behind you. You just have to remember who's behind me. So so you have to use it in a worthwhile way. By using them in a worthwhile way, you will easily become an embodiment of success. You will remain flying, because blessing works like a lift, not a stairs. A problem comes, you finish it. You sometimes take 2 days over it, and sometimes you take 2 hours. This is climbing the stairs. Use the blessing in a worthwhile way, become an embodiment of success, and you will be able to reach wherever you want in the lift within a second. Whether it is the subtle region, the supreme abode, or your own kingdom, you reach there in a second. In London, there was a program. So there is a program in London called the Program of 1 minute. It was called Just a Minute. Baba Dada says 1 second. Baba doesn't appreciate the minute. It's too long. It says 1 second. In 1 second, you can reach anywhere in the lift of blessings. Simply press the switch of awareness. Now, this is the effort. Awareness is the effort. Simply press the switch of awareness. That is all. Become free from laboring. Today is the day for the double foreigners. So first of all, which form does Bap Dada wish to see the double foreigners? Free from laboring, an embodiment of success and worthy of blessing. You will become this, will you not? Double foreigners have very good love for the Father. You need to have power, but you have very good love. You have performed wonders, have you not? Look, from the 90 countries, those from different countries with their different customs and systems. All 5 continents have become one sandalwood tree. All of you have become part of the tree. It is now just the one Brahmin culture. Is there the English culture, or our culture is the English culture anymore? There isn't, is there? You are Brahmins, you are not, are you not? Those who believe that yours is now the Brahmin culture, raise your hands. It is just Brahmin culture and no addition. You are all one, are you not? Bab Dada is congratulating you, because of you have become part of the one tree. It feels so good. Ask any of you from America or Europe, who are you? And what would they say? A Brahmin. Or would you say, I am from UK, I am from Africa, I am an African, or I am an American? No. All of you, all are one Brahmin. All are united in the one direction. All of you have the same form, Brahmin, and the one direction, Shrimad. You enjoy this, do you not? Do you enjoy it? Or is it difficult? Is it? You are nodding. It is good. The newness, what newness does Bab Dada want in service? So Baba now goes to action. action plan, yeah? What newness does Bab Dada want in service? Whatever service you are doing very well, very, very well, and congratulations to that. But what addition do you have to make for the future? You all think that there should be some newness. Bab Dada has seen that whatever programs you have done, whatever time you have given, you have done it with love. You have made effort with love, and even if you have given money, that has multiplied multi-million fold and been accumulated in your godly bank. So you haven't given anything, but you have accumulated. As a result, it has been seen that all of you have carried out the task of giving the message and the introduction very well, no matter where it was done. It is now happening in Delhi. It took place in London, and Bapdada also very much like the call of time and peace of mind programs that double foreigners do. Whatever other work you are able to do, continue to do that, for when they receive the message, they become loving, they become cooperative, and some even come into relationship. However, what addition do you now have to make to that? Whenever you have a big program, people receive message anyway, but they should go away with an experience too. Experience enables them to move forward very quickly. For instance, in the call of time or peace of mind, they have greater experience. However, in the bigger program, they receive good message, but whoever comes follows it up and let them have some sort of experience, because an experience is never forgotten. An experience is such that it will pull them more, even against their conscious wish. So first of all, Bapdada asks, have even all the Brahmins become experienced in all the points of knowledge? So by saying that in order to give experience, first you have to get experience. Have you experienced every power? Have you experienced every virtue? Have you experienced the soul conscious stage? Have you experienced the God's love? You have passed in understanding knowledge. You have become knowledgeful, and even Bapdada remarks on this, saying that this is okay. What is the soul? What is God? What is Dharma? You have understood this knowledge, but is it possible to experience soul power and God's power in any situation, whenever you want, for as long as you want? You are able to experience whatever you want, whenever you want, for however long you want. Yeah. Are you able to experience whatever you want, whenever you want, for however long do you want? Or is it sometimes one thing and sometimes another? You think I'm a soul, and then you repeatedly become body conscious. So was the experience useful? To be embodiment of experience means to be an embodiment of experience in every subject, to be an embodiment of experience of every power. So increase the experience within yourself. You do have them. It isn't that you don't have them, but they are only sometimes. So Babdada does not want it to become, want it sometimes. When something happens, then it becomes sometimes. You are often asked what your aim is. You then say that you want something. You want something. Father Brahma was always Ras Yukt, Yog Yukt, and always full of every power, not sometimes. An experience you have lasts for all time. It is not for only some time. So become an embodiment of experience yourself in every situation. be experienced in every subject, be experienced as an embodiment of knowledge, become experienced in being Yogyukt, become experienced in being an embodiment of Dharma, become experienced in all-round service. Through your thoughts, words, and deeds, relationship, and connections, for only then will you be said to have passed with honors. So, what do you want to become? Do you want to pass or to pass with honors? Those who are to pass will always come later, but you have come before too late was put up. Even if new ones have come now, the board is of too late has not yet been put up. The board of late has been put up, but too late has not been put up. Even if new ones have come, if you make intense effort now, not just effort, but intense effort, then you can go ahead because the numbers have not been announced yet. Only 2 numbers have been announced of the father and mother. The third number of any brother or sister has not been announced. You might say that there is a lot of love for the daddies, but the father too has a lot of love for the daddies, but the numbers have not been announced. This is why you are very, very long lost and now found, beloved, fortunate children. Fly as much as you want because the Father holds the finger of little ones as they walk and He gives them extra love. But He doesn't hold the finger of older ones. They walk on their own feet by themselves. So even new ones can now make up time. You have golden chance. However, the board of too late will be put up very soon. Therefore, do this before then. Those who have come for the first time, raise your hands. Acha, congratulations. You have reached your home, Madhuban, for the first time. And this is why Bapdada is giving multi-million-fold congratulations on behalf of the whole family for this land and abroad. Now you have just heard as much as possible, seeing worthy souls, make them into embodiment of experience. Then you won't have to ask them to keep coming again. You won't have to ask them, but nevertheless, they will still come. Experience is such a thing, more than the time that is now wasted over problems for which the daddies have to give time. You yourself have to give time. You yourself have to give time. Will be saved because you know the importance of time. So time will be saved because you know the importance of time. Everything is to happen suddenly. Some brothers and sisters think that they should receive a little signal as to whether there are 10 years, 20 years, or however many years to go. But Bapdada has already told you that it has to happen suddenly. You have to remain ever ready. Now let the speed be fast for yourself and for making the fortune of others. It is good that service abroad is growing fast. You have reached 90 countries. Yeah? So the Baba is now finishing with service news. You have reached 90 countries. How many more remain? Now increase it by 10 more so that it becomes 100. Jayantiben told Baba that we have now reached 129 countries. That registration has taken place in 100 countries and that some activities are taking place in the rest of the countries. It is good. Bapdada also heard the news of Africa. There has been good expansion there in a short time. It is good. Bapdada is pleased that you have you are merciful souls. You have love for souls. Look where the children have come here from. They have been converted into other religions and they have been scattered everywhere. You have to go and search for those of your own family. Do you not? All of you are doing very well. There is now a big program in Delhi. Melas are common, but when it is done in a new way, people have an interest. The program in London was also very good. So many people received the introduction. So now that you have their addresses, contact them wherever they come from. Any program that people come to, definitely get their address and telephone numbers. Baba is the greatest marketing person. You may have 8 to 10 follow-up programs because you can then invite them, give them time to enable them to move forward. The bugle of time will blow, the bugle of time will blow suddenly, and you will have to benefit your brothers and sisters before that. You do feel mercy for them, do you not? Now, do not give your time to trivial matters. For instance, when a fly or a mosquito comes, do you allow it to stay? You instantly chase it away, or do you allow it to stay, saying, okay, mosquito, do come? That is a problem. It is just a fly or a mosquito, so instantly chase it away. It is their duty to come. Maya doesn't stop her walking, her work of coming, but Brahmins sometimes take long time in the task of chasing them away. Bab Dada has seen in writing, Bab Dada has seen in writing the transformation that some countries have brought about. He has seen this from 5 to 6 countries. Congratulations for the writing about the transformation that you have brought about, but now make it imperishable. It should not be that when a trivial situation arises, the transformation changes. Do not do this. Take a blessing of being immortal. You have brought about transformation. Bab Dada has heard that some have had very good transformation, but never forget the word always, because Maya is always listening, and so she is making a promise that she will do everything in her power. However, you are conquerors of Maya, for only then will you become conquerors of the world. So when you see the Maya is coming, remember that your duty is to chase it away. She teaches you that she will not stop coming. Therefore, you mustn't stop becoming, being victorious. Then what? Now, do not allow any tiny mosquitoes or flies to come. What are those trivial things in front of the complete stage of perfection? Acha. Sweet beloved, Dadiji of all of you has personally come now through video conference. She's smiling very sweetly. All of you wave your hands. She will see it because it will be visible there. It is good. Look, Dadiji has been playing her part of service even longer than Father Brahma. So she is a special hero actor. Look, Dadi is seeing you. Everyone is very happy. Dadji gave special Diwali greetings and remembrance to all double foreigners. Look, this is also a practical Diwali. All of you are sparkling ignited lamps in a practical way, and so Dadi is remembering Diwali. There is so much splendor. The soul is sparkling on the forehead of each one, so these lamps are so good. They are imperishable lamp. Dadi said, everyone is saying, Baba, 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 I am remembering you a lot. Now she will come here soon. Look, no matter how much illness there is, when there is no feeling of any pain, then the illness gives comfort. She is a hero actor, a goddess of peace. Now she will come here soon and meet all of you. Acha. So let us stop here and let us just have a moment to reflect on the different points that we heard, and maybe share our experience of listening to this Murli. What is it that you have experienced by listening to this Murli? So let's have 1 minute. Okay. So I thought it was very inspiring and very motivating, lots filled with a lot of love and enthusiasm. Anybody would like to share their experience?
Om Shanti, brother.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. It's really, really such a loving experience today while listening to the Murli. And this entire Murli is such a blessing because you can experience that love in Baba's sweet words. And what really touched me was the simple message that the secret to this being in this constant love is just be the constant donor. Just keep giving, and that line will just keep connecting. And although it seems like a simple message, but when you were saying it and I was visualizing that statement, I think it's really, really simple, actually. We make it difficult. And if we realize how simple it is, Baba will always be blessing us and Bab Dada will help us in this ocean of love. Om Shanti.
Very beautiful. Yes. Thank you so much.
Om Shanti.
Anyone else? Yeah.
Yeah. Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Very beautiful Murli and very well rendered. The point which I'm going to take away from today's Murli is where it is mentioned that love is like a catalyst which makes something easy to happen, right? So remembering with love does not require effort, and there's absolutely no comparison for love. So when the point came to my mind is when we really love something from our heart with soul conscious love. When we do that, the unknowingly the dreaded vice or the greatest enemy within us, which is jealousy and anger, it automatically gets faded away unknowingly. So which is otherwise very difficult to get rid of it.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you see, that's what I was saying at the beginning. When my awareness, my focus is on the good, the bad doesn't have any power. Any vice, when my focus is on virtue, vice don't have power. And that's the secret. But what we do is we constantly are fighting the vices. Instead of focusing on the virtue, we are fighting the vice. Even we will speak about it, but in our actions, we are always fighting. And that's what drains us, this fighting nature of devotion, I would call it. Yeah. Anyone else?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Um, Continuing with the point of jealousy, as we had read in the previous Murlis, that jealousy is the child of anger. So in that case, we need to be kind to ourselves and keep ourselves busy in, as Baba said, that in seva and yad, so that we cannot put ourselves into guilt consciousness. That is also an anger to ourselves. So when we will get when we will avoid these things, then jealousy will also go away. This is my personal experience, and from today's Murli, my takeaway was that Baba told us to be experienced. So I would like to be I'm doing the purusharth of making other souls also who are worthy souls to become experienced. So Baba told us to become experienced, become an embodiment of experience, and also make others all experienced. Om Shanti.
Beautiful. Yeah, very good. Any other points, comments, question, experiences?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. Yes, sister, please go ahead.
You please continue.
Thank you, sister. I was getting this idea, brother, today while we were entering the Murli, that as and when things turn up in the daily situation, you should go into that niche and get back into connection with Baba. Take that love, read his Murli, and take whatever points and feelings that emanate out of that Murli and apply to the situation. And that probably over a period of time, the such an interaction between us and Baba helps the other persons also not to get disturbed. Because when situations come these days, it is chain reaction. It affects one person and it next bounces on to the other person, and then there is a conflict because thoughts keep getting transmitted from one person to other. So if you affect your boss, the boss probably might try to affect others. The others might then transmit that on to others. So by being in a peaceful state and connecting to Supreme Baba, you get the required solutions and you get that required feeling of being belonged, being loved, and being at peace. And that's what is required. That is the prime requirement, I believe, in most of our life. So when that happens, naturally there would be harmony.
Yeah.
So I shall try to practice this.
Very true. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's very, very true and very good. Because see, the idea is that if you read all this and if you sit and do your practice, eventually what will be of use is what you have retained within yourself, which is in other words called the imbibing. So that is the one that is going to be helpful, because in situation there is no time. Something will come, some word will come, somebody will do something. At that time you have to use that piece, and then you will pass. Otherwise what will happen, as you said, one will lead to another, to another, to another, and it will become so big. So you catch the fly before, just put the net, so there is no fly at all. Otherwise you start fighting with the fly. Yeah, very good. Any other thoughts and other points you liked?
Om Shanti, brother.
Om Shanti.
I joined late, but this much I could hear, and I like the example Baba has given. Baba has given the beautiful example of fly. And if fly comes to you, allow it to sit. That is the beautiful statement to be remembered if Maya comes to us also.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I have an experience on that as well.
Sure.
So I used to do meditation whereby we were not supposed to move.
Okay.
Before coming to Gyan,
Ji.
I was doing another meditation, and in this meditation, you have to sit.
Okay.
If a fly comes,
Ji.
you just have to watch it. Okay.
Okay.
So now it was very challenging because the fly will go through your nose and all. You had to really make your practice so perfect that it did not matter. And eventually, I was, kind of mastering that art. There is one video you will see on YouTube about somebody, a warrior, like a meditator, and he's fighting the fly, and it becomes very crazy, he goes mad and he finishes his meditation. But then when he is calm, the fly also becomes calm. In other words, there is power in that person. The fly cannot do anything. So this is another approach, but it is not literal, but it is. Don't worry about the Maya. Maya cannot do anything to you. You just focus on your meditation. So I feel that's the message. Yeah.
Ji, thank you so much, Raj.
Okay. So we'll just have some experience. And Baba mentioned today, do programs, give knowledge. The main thing that people take away is experience. And that's the most important thing. So let's have some experience. I just speak a few words, if that's okay. And then we'll finish for today. So just allow yourself to feel how fortunate I am that I have received the highest love from all love. The greatest love of the divine, God's love. I have access to that love personally. Baba loves me. Out of all the souls, Baba has chosen me and has said that I'm worthy, and therefore I've received this love. I am such a soul that Baba felt that I was worthy of receiving this love. As I realized this, I notice there are some souls who are crying out because they are very far away from Baba. They don't know Baba. They don't have the connection or knowledge. But I can see them. And I feel that my duty is to share what I have received. I cannot eat when someone else around me is hungry. And I have so much plenty on my plate. I would definitely share with others. The thirsty ones, those who are hungry of love, peace. There is no happiness in their lives. Obviously, they are in pain. And the one who is in pain will always spread that around them. my vision is not to look at that pain in terms of me being interrupted in my role. My function is to see and to try and help them come out of their problems and pain. Anyone who seems to have done something wrong to you, anyone who seems to do something wrong to you, I see them as weak. Those souls, I feel they need the most of help. And I allow myself to give them this love, to give them peace and calm them down, just through my thoughts, my good wishes, pure feelings, compassion, and focus on those souls around me. Automatically my problems vanish, because the blessing of one soul becomes a lift for me. Even one soul that is touched, even if they don't say it, but if they feel it, I get the return of it. So today, let me be the master donor. Let me make this task of world transformation by donating love that I've received. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Arif Mai, for the loveful commentary. Thank you, all of you, and see you tomorrow at 5:30 am. We'll continue with this Murli tomorrow also. So be there. Have a nice day. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.